Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. 32 minutes away from race one here on a Sunday afternoon here at Red Shores.
Here they come. Post time. Deep stretch now. Shut the camera up.
Broadcasting live from Prince Edward Island, this is Race Day.
Good afternoon and welcome to Redshores Racetrack and Casino here at the Charlottetown Driving Park on this overcast Sunday afternoon of racing here on Prince Edward Island. There is showers in the forecast, but that's going to happen around 2:30, 3 o'clock, so we should get most of the card in before that risk of showers. Hi everyone, it's Kurt Hughes here at the HBI broadcast desk. Vance Cameron will be along in just a moment. He will be calling all the action this afternoon. We have a 10-dash card for you this afternoon, and the feature comes up in race 9. It is Preferred One Pacers, and Mantario has the rail for Jason Hughes. in that ninth race feature. He is my top choice. I like him to win it here today, and he's quietly had quite a year. He's got 9 wins from 31 starts, banking over 24,000. Just an incredible year. Screen Test has post 2 for Corey McPherson. Burnout Hanover post 3 with Brady Sweet. Moonrider has post 4 with Keith Ford. Blood Money, a dominant winner last week for Mark Campbell. He is post 5, and Navalny and Adam Murner round out the strong field of 6. And again, that is in race 9 this afternoon. Like I say, 10 dashes on tap. We'll have a little bit more on Mantario in just a few moments, but for now, let's send it upstairs to Vance Cameron for all today's program and equipment changes. Vance.
Thank you, Kurt, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Redshores Racetrack and Casino at the Charlottetown Driving Park for today's racing program. It's event number 70 of the meeting. Good track conditions. There is a 1-second variant, and it's 3 degrees Celsius, the temperature at this time in Charlottetown. The track condition is rated by the officiating members from the Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission. Today, the senior judge is Mr. Derek Quinn. The associate judges are Mr. Ronnie Hennessy and Mr. Robbie Shaw. Now here are the afternoon's program and equipment changes. In the first race today, number 1, Brookdale Ollie will go from blinkers to blind bridle and adding a Murphy blind inside. Turning over to race number 2. In the second race, number 2, Talk Some Smack, make the driver today Todd Walsh. Todd Walsh is driving number 2, Talk Some Smack, in the second. Also in race 2, scratch number 8, The Fox, he will not go. Race 2, scratch number 8, The Fox. Turning over to race number 3. Third race, scratch number 3, Mandu Fun, and scratch number 8, Big Bad Bruiser. Race 3, we have scratches of 3, Mandu Fun, and 8, Big Bad Bruiser. Turning over to race number 4. In the fourth race, number 4, Winsong Quincy. The driver today is Mike McGuigan. Mike McGuigan driving 4, Winsong Quincy in the fourth. No changes in the fifth race featuring the Super High 5. Turn over to race number 6. In the sixth race, scratch number 6, Y.S. Mathers. Race 6. Scratch number 6, Y.S. Mathers, he will not go. There's no changes in the seventh race. Turn your program over to race number 8. In the eighth race, number 4, George's Credit. The driver today is Jason Hughes. Jason Hughes drives George's Credit in the eighth. Also in race number 8, the 7 entry, Wims Drop Off, will be driven by the trainer Kenneth Wilkie. Kenneth Wilkie drives 7, Wims Drop Off, in today's 8th race. No changes in the featured 9th. Go to race number 10, the afternoon finale. In the 10th race, number 3, Blue Monk. The driver will be Mark Bradley. Race 10, number 3, Blue Monk. Mark Bradley drives. That wraps up the changes. The primary show windows open and selling. First race post time set for 12:30. Let's go back to my co-host Kurt Hughes at the Race Day HPI broadcast desk.
Thank you very much, Vance. HPI players on PEI who play Red Shores, Charlottetown, and play $50 or more will get 2% cash back in their accounts and qualify for a chance to win a $500 account bonus rebate. So watch for it, and you can opt in at hpibet.com. And our betting menu also features an early and late pick 4, Super High 5 on race 5 in the last race of the day with a low 15% takeout. And on-track guess, we have the on-track pick 5 with ballots inside the front cover of today's program, and you can tag your ticket on every race for a chance to win an additional jackpot. So ask your seller for the wild horses. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you're able for the playing of our national anthem.
Now, back to Race Day Live.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Race Day Live. I'm your host, Kurt Hughes, here at the HBI broadcast desk. 10 dashes on tap this afternoon. Our feature comes up in the ninth. It is Preferred One Pacers, and there is a field of 6 going in behind the gate today, and it's a real good field as well. Mantario is my top choice from the rail with Jason Hughes, a winner 2 back in 57 and 1. We're going to take a look at that replay in just a moment, but how about this guy's year so far? He's got 9 wins from 31 starts, looking for win number 10. He has banked over 24,000, just grinding it out here in overnight races on the island. Just a terrific year, Mantario. And Jen Doyle doing such a great job with him. She is the trainer, and she's having quite a season as well, batting .322. So let's take a look at that replay from 2 weeks ago. It was David Dowling catching the live cover of Stash It Away, and he's going to pounce at the top of the stretch. Let's take a look at Mantario from 2 weeks ago.
Second is Mr. Riley. Third, Navalny up on the outside. Stash It Away is moving fourth. Mantario follows him to the outside fifth. Now the trailer. Burnout Hanover, 58 and 4 was the half mile. Spicy P, the leader. Stash It Away now on the outside has taken the lead away. Spicy P is second. Mantario on the outside third. Fourth at the rail is Mr. Riley. Up fifth is Burnout Hanover. Now the trailer. That is Navalny. 3/4 and 1. 28 flat as they round the turn for the final time. They have an 1/8 of a mile to go. Here's Mantario up from the outside to take over the lead. Stash It Away now second. Burnout Hanover coming third. Navalny way wide, but it's Mantario in the preferred for David Dowling. Rallying second, Navalny. Burnout Hanover third. 1:57 and 1.
It was a real good trip. He basically had to chase the cover there. He got away probably 4th or 5th in that race, and then Stash It Away made his move, and then Mantario moved out onto the cover, but he had to chase that cover. He kind of lost it. He was gapping out up the backstretch, but he was dead game, and he chased down Stash It Away on that day, and he was a dominant winner for David Dowling. So Jason Hughes picks up a really live mount in that feature race and gets the rail to boot. So he's going to be really tough to beat. I like him on top. As I say, he's had quite a season here in overnight races, grinding it out week after week, banking 24,000 in earnings so far this year with just a couple weeks left to go in the meet. So I like Mantario on top. I'm going to go with Blood Money off that big trip for Mark Campbell. I like him for a second this week. He had a big trip last time out, 54 and 4. So he is second on my exactor ticket. I'm going to go with Screen Test, who had a real nice win. He upset the feature last week for Corey McPherson. Corey's been hot in the bike lately, so I like him to round out my triactor ticket. I'm going to go with a 152 in the feature 9th race. And we're about 12 minutes away from our opener on this Sunday afternoon. We are under a good track, overcast skies. There's a 1 second variance, so good luck with your selections this afternoon. We'll be back after the parade to pick up my top choices.
The afternoon's first race on the track for the post parade, number 1, Brookdale Aldi, is owned by Bill Kinney of Hunter River and Gary Ford of Stratford, trained by Vaughn Doyle, Kenny Arsenault driving. 2 is Hemingway. The owners are Melissa Rennie, Beth McPherson, and Abby Clow. Melissa is the trainer, driven by Adam Murner. 3, JK Express, owned by James Perot of Stratford, trained by Jared Perot. Mike McGuigan drives. 4, Selkirk Echo, owned the Selkirk Stable of Belfast, trained by Ron Matheson, Gilles Barrio. 5 is Spack Jarrow, owned by Mike Slana of Belfast, trained by Raymond White, Corey McPherson. Midnight McNeil 6, owned by Gregory Kirby, Nathaniel Smith of Holden, Maine. Chris Davies, the trainer, Mark Campbell. I See True Grit, the 7, owned by Joey Galland of Charlottetown, trained by Ron Matheson, today driven by Dale Spence. 3 minutes to post time. This is Race Day live from Charlottetown. Kurt Hughes is next with the top contenders.
Okay, there's a look at the top 5 drivers here in 2022 at Red Shores. Mark Campbell leading the way with 137 wins. David Dowling in second with 105. Gilles Barrio in third with 86. Corey McPherson, he's been climbing up the ladder. He's been hot lately. He has 84 wins, and Jason Hughes rounds out the top 5 with 78 wins. Okay, it's overcast here in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. It's about 3 degrees, and we have a 1 second variant. The track is good, but a 1 second variant this afternoon as we get going here for this 10-dash card. Race 1 is on track. We have the early double exactor superfecta tractor wagering win play show and that wild horses tag, and the jackpot is $25. And we're going to land on the hot hands here in race 1 to kick things off. I like Spack Jarrow and Corey McPherson. Mike Slana is the owner of this 6-year-old gelding by Ameripan Gigolo. This guy was 5th last time out in 58-2 at that 15:51 level, dropping down to the 11:01s. If you can see on the card there, this guy has raced all the way up to the non-winners at 21:01 and doing quite well, finishing 4th there 4 weeks in a row, putting together some real nice miles. And how about that second at the bottom of the line there and the 18:01 level, second and 55-2. So this guy's been putting together some real nice miles. 3 wins from 16 starts. So he's one of the fresher horses on the grounds right now. And so Spack Jarrow is my top choice with the drop in class, even money currently. Okay, we've got a bridle change on the 1, Brookdale Ollie. He's my second choice in here. He put together a real nice effort last time out, parked the entire mile, and still hung around for 4th. Today, Brookdale Ollie is going from blinkers to blind bridle, and they're adding a Murphy blind on the inside. So trying to straighten this guy up a little and put the closed bridle back on him, maybe get him back on the iron, maybe opening him up with the blinkers. Maybe Kenny decided to let Vaughn know that the bridle change is in order, and they got the rail here today, so why not? So a bridle change on the 1, going with a closed bridle and adding that Murphy blind inside. As I say, he was parked the entire route last time out and still hung around to be 4th and 59-4. Second by a nose prior to that in 2 minutes for 5th at this level at the 11:01s 2 weeks ago. So he's got a real good starting spot here this afternoon with the veteran Arsenault in the bike. He's going to be tough to beat as well, but I like him for a second. I don't think he can beat Spack Jarrow in here. Brookdale Ollie currently 6-1. Okay, there's the 6, Midnight McNeil, as we're getting close to post time here in race 1. Mark Campbell picks up a live mount here. This guy was good last week. He wired the field for Gilles Barrio in 57-4 at that 9:01 level. Chris Davies doing a great job with this guy, batting 304 this season. A 3-year-old gelding by Tobago Cays, owned by Gregory Kirby and Nathaniel Smith. Midnight McNeil with Campbell in the bike, currently 3-1. Real good group lining up in behind that Metro Home Building Center starting gate to kick off things here on a Sunday afternoon. Let's send it over to track announcer Vance Cameron.
Brookdale Ollie, Hemingway, JK Express, Selkirk Echo, Spacero, Midnight McNeil, and I See True Grit completes the field. In the Sunday afternoon opener, you're at the Driving Park, Charlottetown. Top of the stretch. Here they come. Rough and pacing a host of leaders. That is JK Express, Hemingway, Brookdale Holly at the rail, beats them all out. Coming up fourth on the outside as they move round the turn. That is Midnight McNeil. Away fifth up the rail is Selkirk Echo. Then it's Spacero in the early trailer. I See True Grit on the backstretch. They go to the quarter, led by Brookdale Ollie, in line to Kenny Arsenault. Second along the rail, Hemingway. Midnight McNeil found no friends. He's forced to move forward on the outside. Third, racing from fourth, that is JK Express. Fifth up the rail is Selkirk Echo. Spacchero's in sixth. Then the trailer seventh is I See True Grit. 29 and a 1/5. Opened it up and parked a long time in the early going with Midnight McNeil. He made the lead from Mark Campbell. Racing from second is Brookdale Ollie. Third up the rail, that's Hemingway. Racing from fourth is JK Express. On the rail, fifth is Selkirk Echo. There goes Spacchero underway from sixth. And the trailer, that is I See True Grit, seventh. 58 and 2 was the half. Consecutive 29 and 1 splits. Going over to the 5/8 next. Driving up on the outside. Here's Hemingway now to put his head in front. Spacchero coming 3 wide. Midnight McNeil goes under, urging at the rail third. Coming up fourth, that is Selkirk Echo. On the cones fifth, that is Brookdale Ollie. 3 wide at 3/4. And the farthest one out, that is Spacchero, the leader. 3/4 in the books, 1:28 and 3. Spacchero, the leader. Midnight McNeil trying to come back on. Hemingway between them. Selkirk Echo coming 4 wide, fourth. Down the stretch they come. Set the camber up in the opener. Spacchero. Selkirk Echo on the outside. Spacchero opens it up for Corey McPherson. Second, that's Selkirk Echo. And there's 3 of them across the track in a show photo. Time for the mile in 1:58.2.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the Universum slow-mo here for race 1. And how about the trip from Spac? Jerry had some live cover to follow. McPherson pulled the trigger, though, at 5/8, tipping him 3 wide as Midnight McNeil and Campbell put up all the fractions. Nice half here today on us, 58 and 2, 3/4, 1:28 and 3. McPherson was still 3 wide all the way around that last turn. I think he was hoping to cross over to the front, but no, he was hung out 3 wide. But Spack Jarrow up for the challenge here, and hot on his heels was the 4, Selkirk, Echo, and Barrio. They're going to race well here today to get up for the deuce. And it looks like the 7 on the outside, I see True Grit and Spence will get the show going here, but Spack Jarrow and the hot hands of McPherson, they're going to kick things off here at Red Shores on a Sunday afternoon.
Here comes the first race winner, number 5, Spack Jarrow, Bay Pacing Gelding, 6 years, the son of Ameripan Gigolo, is off the Panda Rosa Dam, Pathropomorphic. A homebred of Mike Slana from Belfast, trained by Raymond White and driven to victory by Corey McPherson. The mile 158 and 2, Spack Jarrow, opens up a Sunday afternoon at Charlottetown.
This replay is brought to you by Windermere Farms. We're looking to breed the next champion of the 2023 season. Look no further than the star-studded lineup at Windermere Farms in Springvale, PEI. The top-level standard-bred facility is home to Malicious, sire of freshly minted Atlantic record holder Malignity, as well as Stallion Source of Pride, who produced 3-year-old filly sensation, The Real Princess. Muscle Through It returns to Windermere Farms in 2023 after a 100% producing inaugural crop, including the undefeated Irish Ray. Well, Gold Cup and Saucer champion Somewhere Fancy will stand his second season as well. Go to windermerefarbspei.weebly.com for all the information you need this coming breeding season.
Here's the official results now from the first race. Brookdale Ollie 4th, Hemingway 6th, JK Express was 7th. Selkirk Echo finished 2nd. Spack Jarrow was the race winner. Midnight McNeil finished 5th. IC True Grit was 3rd. Fractions went 29 and 1, 58 and 2, 128 and 3, and the mile 158 and 2. In review, it's 4-6-7, 2-1, 5-3. Spack Jarrow paid $4 to win. The exactor was $16. The triactor was $857.60, and the superfecta was $188.91. Ladies and gentlemen, the racing officials will remove the 1-second variant on the track condition today. Removing the 1-second track variant.
Great pay in that first race, $4 winner, and how about that triactor? 857. Wow. Congrats if you were able to nail it there in race 1. HBI players on PEI, we got a great promotion here. HBI players on PEI who play Red Shores Charlottetown and play $50 or more will get 2% cash back in their accounts up to and including the New Year's Eve live race program. And HBI PEI players also qualify for a chance to win a $500 account bonus rebate. You can opt in at hbibet.com. And another HBI promotion underway now on our live racing program in December. There's a quick look at the photo for fourth there. You're going to see in the inside Kenny Arsenault and Brookdale Ollie with their nose on the line there ahead of the 6 and Campbell. Okay, there's a look at the picks for the upcoming second race and a look inside the paddock courtesy of the Paddock Cam. And that is brought to you by Red Shores. We're going to go with a 5-4-1 in here. I like the 5 Azure Beach and Corey McPherson, fresh off that win last time out in 59 and change. So I'm going to go 5-4-1. Post time picks likes a 5-4. The 8 is scratched, so he unfortunately couldn't change his picks. But classifier's choice is going with a 5-4-7. Good luck with your selections here in race 2.
Second race on parade. Number 1 is Woodmere Dealer, owned by Donald McCrae of Vernon Bridge. Jason Hughes trains and drives. Talk Some Smack number 2 is owned by the Talk Some Smack stable of Charlottetown. Todd Walsh is the trainer. Todd Walsh now drives. Note the driver change on the 2 to Todd Walsh. Number 3, Power of 4, is owned, trained, and driven by Erwin Neal of Charlottetown. Number 4 is Sugar Daddy Controls, owned by Josh McDonald of Edmonton, Alberta. The trainer-driver is Mike McGuigan. Azure Beach, number 5, owned by Darla McCachran, Jason Sherry, and Tim Mercetti. And Tim celebrates his birthday on this Sunday afternoon. We'll send out a happy birthday greeting to Tim Mercetti. Azure Beach, trained by Dwayne McCachran, driven by Corey McPherson. 6 is Watch Him Treasure, owned by Windermere Farms of Springvale. Harris Johnson of Charlottetown, trained by Earl Watts with Adam Murner driving. 7 is Noble Led, owned by Jeff Lilly, Blair McLaughlin, and Mark Gallant. Jeff is the trainer. Gilles Barrio drives. 8, The Fox, is scratched. 3 minutes wagering time on the second. We at Red Shores will be launching new segments in 2023, including some highlights of the 2022 season.
It's the Gold Cup and Saucer. They go for $100,000. Showtime! Anthony McDonald, your dream comes true. Sintra has won the Gold Cup and Saucer.
Governor's Plate 54 going to the gate. Showtime! Governor's Plate 54, no plan intended for David Dowling.
Deep stretch now, and that's Twin B. Toughen up for Gilles Barrio in the Premier's Cup. Down that stretch she comes, and she is the real princess in line to Corey McPherson. Here comes a milestone mile for driver Mark Bradley. He's got the Breeders' Crown Final. Our girl Annie, and he has 1,000 career winners. It's a milestone moment for the Maritime Magic Man, second.
Great look back at some of the highlights from 2022. The real princess, what a year she had. And Corey McPherson did a great job driving her this summer. Mark Bradley and Gilles Barrio with those milestone wins. Just terrific. And how about the Gold Cup and Saucer? Anthony McDonald, he's been in the race so many times, and finally to punch through there with a horse from the stable.ca. Just an incredible moment for him and his family, and Sintra getting it done there in a track record equaling performance. And that trip from Sintra on that night, he was trailing out. He was a couple lengths off the gate. That trip was a little better than 50 on that night. I had it down as a nice mile of 149 and 3 his own mile. So just a terrific memory there from 2022. Nice to see those highlights here as we get a look at the field in the second race. We're down to a minute to go here in race 2, and there's a good look at my top choice, Azure Beach, a 3-year-old gelding by Sunshine Beach. The hot hands, Corey McPherson in the bike. Looking for a McPherson double here on this Sunday afternoon. A good look at Azure Beach scoring down. How about that trip last time out? He got a good pocket ride and converted to get the win in a nice mile of 159 and 3. I'm putting him on top. He's currently 5-2. Okay, now we're going to get a look at Sugar Daddy Controls from Post 4 here. Josh McDonald, the owner. Mike McGuigan, the trainer and driver. A nice debut here on PEI Rally to be third. Race time in 2 minutes flat, 29 and 3 closing quarter. I like Sugar Daddy Controls for second on my ticket. Currently 2-5. Now we're getting a look at the one Woodmere dealer, Donnie McCrae of Vernon Bridge, the owner, Jason Hughes, the trainer and driver. A nice win on the front end on an off-track 205 and 3 last time out, and then reeled off 4 seconds prior to that. So this guy is trending in the right direction. Woodmere dealer, currently 12-1. The field for race 2 lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Back over to track announcer Vance Cameron.
Woodmere dealer, Talk Some Smack, Power of 4, Sugar Daddy Controls, Azure Beach, Watch Him Treasure, Noble Aid, top of the stretch. Now approaching a start. Rough and pacing on the rail, Woodmere dealer leaves out. Talk Some Smack is second. Third to the turn is Power of 4. Sugar Daddy Controls away fourth. Azure Beach fifth. Then it's Noble Edge 6th and Watch Him Treasure 7th. As they wheel by the 8th pole, Woodmere dealer has the lead. Here's Power of 4 driving up to challenge that leader. Third up the rail is Talk Some Smack. Sugar Daddy Controls now in 4th. Azure Beach races 5th. Noble Ed is 6th. Trailing 7th, that is Watch Him Treasure. So the new leader on by the quarter. Power of 4 for Erwin Neal. 30 and 1 was the quarter. Here comes Sugar Daddy Controls up on the outside, and he's headed after the leader. Third at the rail is Woodmere dealer. Racing from 4th, Talk Some Smack. Noble Ed is underway 5th. Moving up 6th, that's Watch Him Treasure. Treasure. Now the trailer, that's the favorite. Azure Beach, they're halfway home. And now this new leader, Sugar Daddy Controls and Mike McGuigan. Second is Power of Four from the outside third. Noble Ed, the half in a minute. And 1/5, racing from fourth, Woodmere Dealer. Watch him Treasure on the outside fifth. Six up the rail is Talk Some Smack. Azure Beach on the outside is seventh. They're on the back stretch. They go to three-quarters, led by Sugar Daddy Controls. Clear by 3. Second is Power of 4. Noble Ed third. Azure Beach marches up 3 wide fourth. Coming 3 wide fifth. Watch him Treasure. On the rail is Woodmere Dealer. Now the trailer. Talk Some Smack. The three-quarters in 1:30. And 3. They're down to an 1/8 of a mile left to go. Sugar Daddy Controls to bring them home. Power of 4 along the rail. From the outside third is Azure Beach. That's Woodmere Dealer fourth. Deep in the stretch. Sugar Daddy Controls. Azure Beach is coming on the outside. Sugar Daddy Controls looks to hang on for McGuigan with Azure Beach and Woodmere Dealer 2-0, 1 and 2.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the slow-mo here for race 2 in a power drive. Here from Mike McGuigan with the 4 Sugar Daddy Controls. They're going to make their move at the 3/8, clear up to the lead, and they're going to lead the rest of the way. Half in a minute, 1/5, 1:30 and 3. Azure Beach got shuffled way back, had to make a big 3-wide move. Going to try to reel in the 4 in deep stretch, but no, Mike McGuigan and Sugar Daddy Controls, they have enough left in the tank, and they're going to fend off that late challenge from the 5, and they're going to get it done here. Nice trip, 2:01 and 2. Azure Beach gets the deuce, and up the inside is Woodmere Dealer for the show dough. The 4 gets it done here in race 2. Sugar Daddy Controls and McGuigan.
Sugar Daddy Controls arriving at the second race winner's circle. Bay Pacing Gelding 3 by Control the Moment off the Art Major Dam. Sweet Without Sugar. Owned by Josh McDonald of Edmonton, Alberta. Trained and driven to victory by Mike McGuigan. Time of the mile in 2:01 and 2/5. Sugar Daddy Controls in the second.
This race replay is brought to you by Sintrack Print and Graphic. Here they come, and it's Sintrack for the win with exceptional print products, exceptional graphic design services, and exceptional value. Sintrack Print and Graphics, 902-892-7719.
Here's the official results from the second race. Woodmere Dealer third. Talk Some Smack was seventh. Power of 4 fourth. Sugar Daddy controls the winner. Azure Beach finished second. Watch Him Treasure was fifth. Noble Ed finished sixth. The Fox was scratched. 30 and 1, 1 minute 1. 1:30 and 3, and the mile went in 2:01 and 2. In review, it's 3:74, 1:25, 6 scratched. Sugar Daddy controls paid $3.90. The Exactor $5.90, Triactor $27.60. Superfecta was $8.66, and the early daily double $12.70.
December's meal and deal special at Red's Gold Cup Lounge on the Red Shores Charlottetown Casino floor is an 8-ounce strip loin steak, crispy fries, and dessert. And the meal is $19.95, and rewards members get $10 in free play or match play. So Friday nights at Red Gold Cup Lounge here in December. Okay, 7 away from race 3. There's a look at the selections for the upcoming third race. It's unanimous. We all like the 4. JK's the last chance, and for good reason. He's reeled off 3 in a row, and how about that trip last time out, 56 and 2. Ironside Seals, they're also coming off a win in 57 last time out. He's going to be tough as well. And I'm going to throw in the 2 Winter Blast, just based on post position, and his current form has been really good. And Jason Hughes getting the call in there. So I'm going to go 4-1-2. Post-time picks going with a 4-1-5 along with the classifier's choice. They like tradition for third, and why not? He's been so good in his last couple starts as well. A win and a second. Second and 57 and 3 last time out. So they're going to go with the 5 for third. We're getting close here in the third. Post-break coming up in a moment.
Ironside Sealster on the third race post parade is on Bedella McCachran of Summerside and Zoe McCachran of Valeri, trained by Dwayne McCachran. Mark Campbell catch drives. 2 is Winter Blast, owned by Jennifer Doyle and Danny Bird of Vernon Bridge, trained by Jennifer Doyle, Jason Hughes driving. 3 is Scratch. Number 4 is J.K. Last Chance, owned by Dan McIsaac of Charlottetown. Kenny Arsenault trains and drives. 5 is Tradition, owned by Giselle Bernard of Bethel and Lori Hennessy of Charlottetown, trained by Gordy Hennessy, Adam Murner. 6 is Melanie's Magic, owned by Peter Lanigan and Sandra Stead of Montague, trained by Saul Lanigan. Jill's Barrio drives. 7 is Legendary Ron, owned by Doug Matheson of Cornwall, trained by Nick Oakes. Dale Spence. 8 Big Bad Bruiser is scratched and will not go. 3 minutes wagering time in the third. Don't miss our Boxing Day card and New Year's Eve card here at Red Shores at Redshores.ca for the details.
Okay, out onto the track we go here for race 3. Just 2 minutes to post. We have an Exactor Superfecta Tractor Wagering Win Play Show and that Wild Horses tag. The jackpot is $25. This guy's been hot, and that is the 4 JK's Last Chance. He has 4 wins and 2 seconds from just 6 starts, closing in on 6,000 so far in this 2022 meet for this guy. He is probably the freshest horse on the card here today with just 6 starts. Kenny Arsenault has done a great job with this guy. He's now 5 years old. But how about that trip last time out? 56-2 right on the front end. And he can do it from off the pace as well. 2 back there. He got away 5th by 6. And he had a big 3-wide move late in that mile. And he drew off to win by 7.5 in 157-2, 28-1. Closing quarter. Dan McIsaac of Charlottetown is the owner. And this guy's got a lifetime mark of 50-3 taken at Harris Philly. So he's been lightly raced. He only has 18 lifetime starts and 7 wins. So JK's Last Chance. He is definitely the one to beat here in race 3. We are scratched down to a field of 6, and the 4 definitely the one on the board right now. The current favorite at 1-2. Mark Campbell picks up the drive on the 1. Ironside Sealster, Darla McCachran, and Zoe McCachran are the owners of this 4-year-old gelding by Thinking Out Loud. Dwayne McCachran is the trainer, and this guy was a real dominant winner last time out, right on the front end. 157 flat, 29-2 closing quarter. That was at the 751 level, so he's jumping back up in class here to the non-winners at 1551 last 5, but he does get the pole position, and our leading driver, Mark Campbell, in the bike. So this guy's going to be tough in this class as well. Currently 4-1. There's a look at the 2 Winter Blast. He should get a good trip in here, either following Ironside Sealster or mixing it up as he does. He doesn't have a ton of early gate speed. You can see he did get to the front there, but he had to work for the front last time out, 28-1. He cut it out and then got collared late in the mile, ended up finishing 3rd in behind St. Lad Skip and Sports Royalty. He raced good, though, 58-4. And then he had the rail 2 back where he got away in the 3-hole there and made his move late in the mile to finish 2nd at and 1 in behind Flowers on the beach. So he is post 2 here today. He should get a good trip up close to the lead. Currently 14-1 on the board. I'm going to put him for third on my ticket. I like 4-1-2 in here. Okay, all eyes on the 4 right now. JK's Last Chance. They're sending him off at 1-9 on the board as they line up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting 8. Back over to track announcer Vance Cameron.
Ironside Sealster, Winter Blast, JK Last Chance, Tradition. Melanie's Magic and Legendary Ron were scratched down to a half a dozen here in the third, top of the stretch. Here they come. Ironside Sealster was on the run prior to the start. There they go, off and pacing, Winter Blast leaving out. JK Last Chance with him second, Tradition third into the turn. Melanie's Magic fourth. On the outside fifth is Legendary Ron, trailing the field. That is Ironside Sealster. Up the backstretch they go to the opening quarter. JK Last Chance for Kenny Arsenault moving to the lead. Second is Winter Blast. Tradition goes third, Melanie's Magic fourth. Racing from fifth is Legendary Ron, then the trailer is Ironside Sealster. They're on by the opening quarter, and J.K. Last Chance has a winning streak of 3 on the line. 29 and 1/5 the quarter mile. At the 3/8 pole, it's J.K. Last Chance and Kenny Arsenault, the leaders. Second is Winter Blast. Racing from third, that's Tradition. Melanie's Magic now fourth. In fifth is Legendary Ron. Ironside Sealster the trailer. They're halfway home in straight alignment, led by J.K. Last Chance. Winter Blast getting the 2-hole ride. Third one into the turn. That is Tradition. 58 and 1 was the half, and they're still in straight alignment as they arrive at the 5/8, led by J.K. Last Chance. Second at the rail, that's Winter Blast. Racing third, Tradition. Fourth at the rail, Melanie's Magic. On the outside is Legendary Ron. Trailing the field, Ironside Sealster. They're over to 3/4, and J.K. Last Chance clear by 2. Racing from second, that is Winter Blast. 1:27 and 3 was the 3/4. Approaching the 7/8, led by J.K. Last Chance. Winter Blast second, Tradition third, Melanie's Magic fourth, and they're homeward bound. J.K. Last Chance looking mighty good to make it 4 in a row. J.K. Last Chance and Kenny Arsenault. Tight for the deuce. We'll need a place picture between Tradition and Winter Blast. 1:55.4.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the slow-mo here for race number 3. An unfortunate early miscue from the 1 Ironside Sealster. He was taken right out of it early there before the word go there at the top of the stretch. He made that little break. So Winter Blast was able to get to the front early at the 8th pole and took a look over his right shoulder and saw the 4 coming, JK's Last Chance, and gladly took that perfect 2-hole ride in behind JK's Last Chance. This guy has been so good lately. He reeled off 3 in a row, now make it 4 in a row. Arsenault put the pedal to the metal up the backstretch just past 5/8, 3/4, 1:27 and 3. Kicks home here 28 and 1. Nice trip here today, 1:55 and 4. This guy picks up his 5th win from 7 tries on the season. He is the hottest horse on the grounds here at Red Shores, and he gets it done again here this afternoon. Going off at 1-9. Winter Blast will finish second, and Tradition will get the show dough.
JK Last Chance arriving at the third race winner's circle by pacing Gelding 5 by So Surreal off the Life Sign Dam. Lechame. Dan McIsaac of Charlottetown, trained and driven to victory by Kenny Arsenal. The horse now has 4 in a row after an excellent performance today of 155 and 4. JK Last Chance in the third. Here's the official results from the third race. Ironside Sealster 6. Winter Blast was second. Mandu Fun scratched. JK Last Chance the race winner. Tradition finished third. Melanie's Magic fourth. Legendary Ron fifth. Big Bad Bruiser was scratched. The fractions were 29 and 1, 58 and 1, 127 and 3, and the mile 155 and 4. In review, it's 6-2 scratched, 1-3-4, 5 scratched. JK Last Chance paid $210, the exactor $14.50, triactor $29.10, and the superfactor was $8.65.
Tag your ticket with the Wild Horses. It's an exclusive play for on-track customers, and you can tag your ticket for a chance to win a $25 jackpot on each race. And the Wild Horses tag is an Instapick ticket for on-track customers only. So ask your seller to tag your ticket here with the Wild Horses. 7 away from the fourth here at Red Shores. I'm going to go with a 2-6-1 in here. I like Adam Murner and Diamond Call to get it done. I also like the 6 Shake Me Up Hanover, Colin Shepard, and the 1 Luigi Bazzacco and Stephen Murphy. So I'm going to go 2-6-1. Post time picks looks a 2-6-7 classifier, going with a 2-1-6 here in the fourth.
Luigi Bazzacco leads the fourth race post-parade, owned by Amanda McTavish of Hamilton, Stephen Murphy training and driving. 2 is Diamond Call, owned by Dale and Ronnie Rennie of Elmsdale, trained by Melissa Rennie, driven by Adam Murner. 3 is Slate, the owners are Jennifer Doyle and Danny Bird of Vernon Bridge. Wade Myers trains and drives. Number 4 is Winsong Quincy, owned by Thane and Jack Arsenault, Deborah Wilson and Edward Blaisdell. Trained by Thane Arsenault, note the driver change to Mike McGuigan. Mike McGuigan on the 4, Winsong Quincy. 5 is Shifting Views, Zach Conway driving for owner-trainer Paul Conway, Bonjaw. 6 is Shake Me Up Hanover. Colin Johnson of Brackley Beach is the owner and the driver. Morgan Shepherd trains. 7 is Good Eye Hawkeye, owned by Kyle Wilkie of Sherwood and Shelley Wilkie of Stratford, trained by Kyle Wilkie, Mark Campbell. And number 8, Arnold the Paperboy, is owned by Willie McKay, Brett Albin, trained by Bill McKay. Corey McPherson drives. 3 minutes wagering time in the fourth. Watch for the new Red Shores player portal coming in January of 2023, with promo details coming on Boxing Day.
Just 2 minutes to post here before race number 4, and here's a look at a real handsome horse. This is Diamond Call and Adam Murner. Dale and Ronnie Rennie are the owners of this 5-year-old gelding by Well Said. Melissa Rennie, the trainer. And this guy was a winner 3 back in 2:03 and 1 for David Dowling right on the front end. And then finished 4th there from post 8, 2 back in 59. And then last week up at that non-winners at 13.71, he ended up finishing 6th from post 2. So he's getting some class relief here this afternoon. And I think that is just what the doctor ordered for the Diamond Call here in race number 2. Currently 3-5 on the board, and in my mind, the one to beat here in race 4. There's the 6, Shake Me Up Hanover. This real nice little horse for Colin Shepard and trainer Morgan Shepard of Brackley Beach. Shake Me Up Hanover, now 4-year-old gelding by Better's Delight. 4 wins, 7 seconds, 4 thirds from 19 starts, closing in on 10,000. This guy has not missed the top 3 in his last 6. A winner 2 back in 2:01 and 1, and then he rallied to be second last time out in 58 flat, 28-2 closing quarter. Doesn't have a ton of gate speed, so from post 6 here today, this trip should set up well for Shake Me Up Hanover to be a hard charging part of this ticket. I got him for second, but I wouldn't be surprised if this guy got it done. He's just got a real good closing kick, and yeah, so I like him here in race 4. Currently 9-2 on the board. Another closer is the one Luigi Bazzacco, and he's got a great starting spot here for trainer driver Stephen Murphy. Luigi Bazzacco, now 5-year-old gelding by Rock and Roll Heaven, knocking on the door last time out, finishing second, 58-1, and then third prior to that, 58-4. So he's been racing really good as well for owner Amanda McTavish. And again, they got the pole here today, so they should get spotted a little closer than they have been in the last few starts. Luigi Bazzacco, I like to round out my tri-actor ticket, 11-1. Race 4 starters are lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Let's send it back over to track announcer Vance Cameron.
Luigi Bazzacco, Diamond Call, Slate, Winsong, Quincy. Shifting Views, Shake Me Up Hanover. Good Eye Hawkeye and Arnold the Paper Boys on the grandstand side. They're on the gate, top of the stretch. Here they come. The rough and pacing Slate is leaving out. Second is Diamond Call. Third one from the outside is Good Eye Hawkeye. Into the turn at the rail fourth. That'll be Luigi Bazzacco. Fifth is Winsong Quincy. Driving up 6 is Arnold the Paperboy. Away 7, Shifting Views. The early trailer, Shake Me Up Hanover. On the back stretch, now led by Diamond Call for Adam Murner. Second is Slate. Luigi Bazzacco on the inside, got away third. Dropping in to be fourth is Good Eye Hawkeye. Winsong Quincy is fifth. Now in 6 is Arnold the Paperboy. Shifting Views goes 7th. Trailing the field, Shake Me Up Hanover. 28-3 was the opening quarter. And as they come off the turn, straightening down the stretch towards the half mile, the leader, Diamond Call, clear on the lead. Slate races from second, Luigi Bazzacco third. Good Eye Hawkeye fourth, Winsong Quincy fifth. Then in 6, Arnold the Paperboy. Oh, they had traffic problems at the back. Now in 7, Shake Me Up Hanover. And trailing the field, that is Shifting Views. 58-1 was a rolling opening half mile. and on the lead, and it's clear. Now with the lead, Diamond Call. Off stride went Luigi Bizzacco now, and as they're coming 4 wide, head of the backfield, on the back stretch in the 3/4 next, it's all Diamond Call right now. Second, that is Good Eye Hawkeye. Wins on Quincy on the outside third. Shake Me Up Hanover is taken fourth, and now the inquiry sign lights up the tote board. Fourth race under a judge's inquiry. 3/4 in 1, 28 and 4. Diamond Call just the neck now. Win Song Quincy on the outside. Driving up third is Shake Me Up Hanover. Good Eye Hawkeye along the rail. 4 of them across the track. Shake Me Up Hanover on the far outside for Colin Shepard. Second is Good Eye Hawkeye. Wins on Quincy third. Time for the mile in 1:59.2. Please retain your tickets here in the fourth. We have a judge's inquiry.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the replay here for race 4. Diamond Call and Murner tried to bottom them out here. They got onto the front end here from post 2, 28 and 3, half 58 and 1, 128 and 4, and they tried to get some separation on the field, but the field is going to swarm here down the stretch. We got the 6 on the far outside. I like this horse. He, like I said in the pre-race, he's just a hard charging closer here, and he does it here again today. He got away at the back of the bus here today, and Colin Shepard is going to reel them in here in deep stretch. Shake Me Up Hanover gets it done. Nice trip, 159 and 2. Up the inside is the 7 Good Eye Hawkeye and Campbell, and the 4 Winsong Quincy and Mike McGuigan. They're going to race good here today as well, but Shake Me Up Hanover gets it done here in race 4 as he picks up his 5th win on the season. Nice trip, 59 and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, the racing officials are now launching two inquiries here in the fourth race. The first one is the conduct approaching the half, and the second one involves the break on Luigi Bizzacco at the 5/8. Racing officials will be parading number 6, Shake Me Up Hanover, to the winner's circle. Well, first-year trainer Morgan Shepherd has quite a resume in year number 1. This is her 6th training victory, an average of 370 and change. Here's Shake Me Up Hanover in the 4th race winner's circle, by facing gelding 4, but Better's Delight. Off the Western Terror Dam, shacked up. Owned by Colin Shepherd of Brackley Beach, trained by Morgan Shepherd, and Colin Shepherd's the winning driver. The horse has his 5th lifetime victory today, 1:59 and 2. Shake Me Up Hanover in the 4th.
Okay, here's a look at one of the ongoing judges' inquiry here as they're going to look at racing heading past 5/8.
The management and staff at Red Shores want your experience to be fun and entertaining. That is why we offer information on how our games work, tips to keep your gambling fun, and available community resources. For more information, please speak to one of our PlayWise advisors or stop by the PlayWise Information Center.
Now, the results of the 2 inquiries from the 4th race, the first one involving the conduct of the race coming towards the half mile. There was no violations. The second one involving the break on the 1, Luigi Bazzacco, made the break on his own, interfere with numbers 4 and 7, both entries finishing ahead of number 1. There's no placings required. Here's the official results in race 4. Luigi Bazzacco 6th, Diamond Call 4th. Slate was 8th, Winsong Quincy 3rd. Shifting Views was 7th. Shake Me Up Hanover, the race winner. Good Eye Hawkeye was 2nd. Arnold the Paperboy finished 5th. Fractions of 28 and 3. 58 and 1. 128 and 4. And the mile 159 and 2. In review, it's 6-4-8, 37125. Shake Me Up Hanover paid $9.20. The exactor was $58.30. The triactor $358.10, and the superfecta was $54.41.
Follow Red Shores' official social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Get the most accurate, up-to-date information on racing, restaurants, casino, gaming floors, and any new announcements from our Red Shores official platforms. Here's a look at our triactor plays for race 5. It is our super high 5 time, our first super high 5 coming up here in race 5. Vance and I will be back with our selections after the post parade, but here's a look at our triactor tickets. I'm going to go 2-4-3. Post time pick selects 4-2-3, and the classifier's choice is 4-5-3. Post parade coming up in a moment.
The fifth race featuring the Super High 5 now parades. Number 1 is Almax Dragonator, owned by Bobby Joe Matheson of Charlottetown, trained by Ron Matheson and driven by Gilles Barrio. 2 Pictonian I Am is owned by Robert Phillips of Lose Route 204 and Mark Gallant of Summerside, trained by Robert Phillips, Dale Spence driving. 3 is Smart Official, owned by Peter Lanigan and Sandra Stead of Montague, trained by Saul Lanigan, Jason Hughes. 4 is Premier Joy, owned by Debbie Elliman of Village Green, trained by Colin Johnson, Mark Campbell driving. Better Than Cash number 5 is owned, trained, and driven by Amber Campbell of Charlottetown. Edkins Hanover number 6, owned by Perry Burke of Grosal, Quebec, trained by Trevor Hicken, Adam Murner catch drives. Just Call Me Doc wears number 7 for owners Gordon and Douglas Neal, Keith Ford, and Ben Matheson. The trainer-driver, Keith Ford. Number 8, Brookdale Gym, owned by Douglas and Doug Pauley of Amherst, Nova Scotia, trained by Phil Sizer. That's Corey McPherson. 3 minutes wagering time on race number 5. Kurt, you and I are coming up with our selections in the first of 2 super high fives this afternoon. We thank Results Marketing and Advertising for their continued presentation of the Vance Cam. And in the 5th, I'm headed to the claiming entry. That's the 4, Premier Joy for Mark Campbell. He's been consistent since racing this 9-claimer. I like the 3, Smart Official. Headed to the 2, Pictonian I Am for Triactor material. For the 4th place, I'm headed outside to Just Call Me Doc, and then farther out to Brookdale Gym for my super high 5 this afternoon. From the booth, my choice, 4, 3, 2, 7, 8. Kurt, over to you and your choices.
I'm going to go with the 2. I like Pictonian I Am and Dale Spence. I like the 4 for second, Premier Joye and Mark Campbell. I like the 3, Smart Official and Hughes. The 5, Better Than Cash and Amber Campbell. And the 7, Just Call Me Doc and Keith Ford. So I'm going to go 2, 4, 3, 5, 7 here in the 5th. So there's a look at our super high 5 tickets here in race 5. As I say, I'm going to go with a 2, 4, 3, 5, 7, and Vance Cameron going with a 4, 3, 2, 7, 8. Good luck with your selections here in the 5th. There's a look at the 2, Pictonian I Am and Dale Spence. Robert Phillips is the trainer and co-owner along with Mark Gallant. This guy's now 4 years old. He's got 5 wins from 21 starts, a mark of 55-1 taken this year. A good second, 2 back, and 57-2 at the 1801 level. Dropping down another level here this week, post 2. I hope for my sake that Mr. Spence is very aggressive with Pictonian I Am. When this guy gets to the front, he can be tough to beat. Currently 2-1. And here's a look at the ultra consistent Premier Joy A and Mark Campbell. First, second, third in their last 3. Third last time out, 57-2. Second by a neck, 2 back, 58-1, and a winner by a neck in 59. 3 back, all at this optional 9,000 claimer. So he's quite comfortable at this level. He's definitely one you got to put on your ticket. Currently 3-5. And 3, Smart. There's a look at the 3, Smart Official and Jason Hughes. Third last time out, 58-1. Third prior to that, 2 minutes 4/5. All at the 11:01, 9:01 levels, and so jumping up here to the 13:61. Good post though for Smart Official. This guy's 12 for 23 in the top 3, so he's pretty consistent as well, and he gets a real good post. So I like him to round out my triactor ticket. Currently long odds at 25-1. The field for the 5th, lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Let's send it back over to track announcer Vance Cameron.
How much Dragonator? Pictonian I Am, Smart Official. Premier Joy, Better Than Cash. Atkins Hanover, Just Call Me Doc. Brookdale Jim, top of the stretch. Here they come. Rough and pacing Premier Joy leaves out. Hamax Dragonator at the rail. Splitting them is Pictonian I Am third. Fourth around the turn, that's Smart Official. Coming up fifth from the outside is Atkins Hanover. Racing from sixth, that is Better Than Cash. Seventh is Just Call Me Doc, and trailing the field is Brookdale Jim. So along the backstretch, they're in straight alignment now, led by Premier Joy for Mark Campbell. Second is Hamax Dragonator, racing third, that is Pictonian I Am. Fourth up the rail is Smart Official, a solid beginning, 28 and 2 open this one up. And as they round the turn, arriving at 3/8, led by Premier Joy. 2-hole ride belongs to Hamax Dragonator at long odds. Racing from third, that's Pictonian I Am, and he's going to the outside. Fourth up the rail is Smart Official. Atkins Hanover fifth. Then it's Better Than Cash sixth. Seventh on the outside, that is Just Call Me Doc. And the trailer is Brookdale Jim. 57 and 3 was the half. Approaching the 5/8. Rolling along with the lead is Premier Joy. Hamax Dragonator is second. Pictonian I Am third on the outside. Smart Official along the rail fourth. Up fifth on the outside is Better Than Cash. Just Call Me Doc is sixth. Seventh is Atkins Hanover. And the trailer, that is Brookdale Jim. 3/4 in the books. And Premier Joy got them there. Racing second is Pictonian I Am. 3/4 in 1:27 flat. Homeward bound in the super high 5. Premier Joy the leader. Second is Pictonian I Am, the only one with a shot at the leader. Deep stretch now. Premier Joy, Pictonian I Am. Premier Joy all the way from Mark Campbell. Pictonian I Am was second. Third, that'll go to Better Than Cash. Time for the mile in 1:56 flat.
Okay, we're going to get a look at the Universal Slow-Mo here for race 5, and it was Premier Joy A, driven aggressively here by Mark Campbell. Going to be put right on the front end up to the quarter there, 28 and 2, half 57 and 3. Pictonian I Am got away in the 3-hole for Spence, and Spence made his move at the half. I was thinking he could have waited till about the 5/8 to make that move, and because he was out around that 5/8 turn, it kind of took a bit of the sting out of Pictonian I Am, and he wasn't able to reel in Premier Joy at the wire. Premier Joy is going to get it done over Pictonian I Am, and the 5 Better Than Cash chase that second over cover. We'll get the show dough. The 7 here, you're going to see landing on the line for Keith Ford. He's going to finish 4th, and then it's a tight photo for 5th in that super high 5, but it's Premier Joy A and Campbell winning the 5th. Here, nice trip, 156 flat.
Premier Joy in the winner's circle, by pacing Gelding Gate by Some Beat Somewhere. From Lady Joy, She by Talk About Class, owned by Debbie Element, trained by Colin Johnson, and driven a victory. But Mark Campbell, the horse has his 25th lifetime victory. Premier Joy, 156. Here's the official results in race 5. Hamax Dragonator was 8th. Pictonian I Am 2nd. Smart Official 6th. Premier Joy the race winner. Better Than Cash finished 3rd. Atkins Hanover was 7th. Just Call Me Doc finished 4th. Brookdale Jim was 5th. Fractions were 28 and 2, 57 and 3, 127, and the mile 156. In review, it's 826, 137, 45. Premier Joy 8310, the Exactor 830, Triactor 2410, and the Super High 5 at 108.95.
Red Shores Summerside is pleased to offer the Holiday Stay and Play giveaway. Customers have a chance to win some great prizes, including a 2-night stay at the Microtel Inn and Suites by Wyndham Summerside. And for more details on the Holiday Stay and Play giveaway, please visit Redshores.ca. Race 6 coming on the track in just a moment. Looks like we're all on board. The one Stash It Away in here for Gilberto from post 1, currently 1-4 on the board. I also like the 4 Mr. Riley and the 2 Hippie John, and the 6 is scratched here. So YS Mathis will not go here in race 6. So we're scratched down to a field of 5. Post break coming up in a moment. All right. Okay, I mentioned there in race 5 it was tight for 5th. Well, there is a look at that photo with the 8 getting his nose on the line there for Corey McPherson to finish 5th there in that 5th race.
The preferred two paces for the sixth race on the track. Stash It Away 1 is owned by Reg McPherson of Stratford, trained by Kevin McLean. Jills Barrio drives. 2 is Hippie John, owned by Roderick Smith of Inverness, Nova Scotia. Kenny Arsenault, the trainer-driver. 3 is His Boy Elroy, owned by Douglas Pauly of Amherst, Nova Scotia. Gordon McComb of Paris, Ontario, trained by Phil Sizer. Jason Hughes. 4, Mr. Riley is owned by Jimmy Gorman of South Melville and Darlene Compton of South Burnett. Corey McPherson trains and drives. 5 is Sobble Attack, owned by Paul Bigger of Tyne Valley and Don Callbeck of Summerside. Trained by Paul Bigger, Dale Spence drives. 6, YS Mathers has been scratched and will not go. 3 minutes wagering time on race number 6, and it's the start of the on-track pick 5.
Okay, race 6 is on track here. 3 minutes to post, and the 6 is scratch. YS Mathis will not go for trainer-driver Mark Campbell, so that changes the landscape of this race. He was a 7-2 morning line choice here. The classifier had him for third on the ticket, so you're going to have to adjust your tickets here in this 6th race. But it's not going to change my mind on the winner. I like Stash It Away from post 1 here today. Reg McPherson of Stratford is the owner. Kevin McLean, the trainer, and Gilles Barrio will do the driving. Gilles in the bike last time out at the preferred 2 level, where they got away third, and it was a patient drive by Barrio, but he got caught kind of in behind a horse there and didn't shake loose till late. He still closed it out 29 flat for a nice mile of 156-1, and that was Blood Money's big trip of 54-4 last week. So that was a real tough group. So he's dropping into the rail here today. Preferred 2 is kind of a mixed class. Hippie John is up in class as well. So Stash It Away. It's been quite some time since this guy has got one in the win column. If you look across at his line, he has 4 wins from 23 starts, but not a win on the program. So I like Stash It Away. I think he is overdue. Currently 1-2 on the board. And from the 3-year-old on the rail, we go to the 4-year-old from post 4. That is Mr. Riley, a 4-year-old gelding by Steelhead Hanover. Corey McPherson, the trainer and driver. This guy's having quite a year. Closing in on 15,000. He has 7 wins from 24 starts. He reeled off a couple in a row there and then had to jump up into the preferred 1, where he still put together a couple nice miles there, finishing 4th. How about that trip 3 back? He was 4th and 55-2, closed it out 28-4. James Gorman, Darlene Compton are the owners of Mr. Riley. They got to be quite pleased with this guy's 4-year-old campaign. He's got a real good shot in here for McPherson. He is 5-2 currently. Okay, we're running out of time to get a ticket here on race 6 for third. I'm going to throw in the 2 Hippie John, owned by Roderick Smith of Inverness, Nova Scotia. Kenny Arsenault, the trainer and driver. This guy has 3 wins in his last 5 starts and a 3rd place finish there, 2 back in 58. That trip last time out, a real nice effort. He had post 2 just like he does today. He got a good 2-hole ride, converted from that pocket trip, a real closing quarter there. Nice last quarter, 29-2. Nice trip, 57-2 for Kenny Arsenault. And a winner 3 back right on the front end. And that trip last week was at the non-winners at 21-01. He was sent off the board at almost 5-1. It was a real nice effort. Hippie John, post 2 here today, Should get a good trip with Arsenault in the bike, and a nice price here if you're looking for an upset. Hippie John, 13-1. His boy Elroy also in this race, coming off that qualifier at 2:03 and 3. Jason Hughes in the bike, currently 9-5. And we're getting our first look at the 5, Sobble Attack, claimed out of Ontario on October 5th. Nice qualifier there, 2:01 and 4. Spinner Spence in the bike, currently 9-1 as the field makes their way up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. It's post time. Let's send it back over to track announcer Vance Cameron.
Stash it away. Hippie John, his boy Elroy, Mr. Riley. Sobble Attack, scratched out a field of 5, preferred 2 pacers in the 6th on the gate. And at the top of the stretch. Here they come. And away they go. Up and pacing, stash it away, leading them out. Mr. Riley is second. Third into the turn, Hippie John. His boy Elroy away fourth. And on the outside, fifth. That is Sobble Attack. So they approach the opening gate, stash it away along the rail, the leader. Right up and out of the outside comes Mr. Riley, and he wants the lead from the outside. He's got it for McPherson. Second is Stash It Away. Now in third, that is Hippie John. His boy Elroy goes fourth, trailing the field. That is Sobble Attack. They arrived at the opening quarter, and now the leader is Mr. Riley for Corey McPherson. Racing from second is Stash It Away. 28 and 2 was the quarter. Third around the turn is Hippie John. His boy Elroy fourth. And the trailer fifth is Sobble Attack. Down the stretch for the first time. The half comes next, and Mr. Riley will be the midway point leader. Racing from second is Stash It Away. Hippie John, he continues third with his boy Elroy fourth. And Sobble Attack fifth. In straight alignment off an opening half mile of 58 and 2. Midway around the paddock turn, the 5/8 comes next. The leader there, Mr. Riley. Stash It Away goes second, Hippie John third. His boy Elroy fourth, and Sobble Attack fifth. On the back stretch for the final time. 3/4 up next, and it's Mr. Riley, the leader. From the outside, Hippie John in the pocket. That is Stash It Away. Sobble Attack takes over fourth. Now the trailer, his boy Elroy, the 3/4 in 1. 28 and 4. Down to an 1/8 of a mile to go. And it's Mr. Riley coming home. Stash It Away second. Hippie John third. Sobble Attack fourth. Deep stretch now. Mr. Riley, Stash It Away. Up the inside, gets there for Barrio. Second, that is Mr. Riley. Sobble Attack is third in 1:56 and 3. Closing quarter went 27-4.
Well, this guy's just a different horse when he races off a helmet. I mentioned it last week, and when Barrio had the rail in this short field, he was probably wondering what kind of trip he's going to work out with. But when McPherson and Mr. Riley busted off the wings, they were quite happy getting that 2-hole ride, and was a nice patient steer here by Barrio as he tracked along in the 2-hole through fractions of 28 and 2, half 58 and 2, 128 and 4. Hippie John pulled out of the 3-hole, made his move there in late in the mile, but he didn't have it here today, as Stash It Away converts from that pocket ride up the pass lane to get it done here. Nice closing quarter, 27 and 4 to get this guy's 5th win on the campaign. We mentioned he was overdue, and he gets it done here off a real great drive by Barrio. Again, that trip 156 and 3 today for Stash It Away here in the preferred 2. race 6.
Stash it away into the 6th race winner's circle by pacing gelding 3 by Peng Shui off the Ponderosa Dam, All-American Napa, owned by Reg McPherson of Stratford, trained by Kevin McLean, and driven to victory by Gilles Barrio. In his 24th start of the season here in the Maritimes, he pushes his seasonal earnings over $50,000. The time for the mile went 156 and 3, and he'll close it out 27 change. Stash it away in the 6th. Here's the official results in race 6. Stash it away, the winner, Hippie John 4th. His boy Elroy 5th. Mr. Riley was 2nd. Sobble Attack finished 3rd. Y.S. Mathis was scratched. Fractions 28 and 2, 58 and 2, 128 and 4, and the mile 156 and 3. In review, it's 145, 2, 3 scratched. Stash it away, paid $350. The exactor, $560. Triactor $2160, Superfecta $468.
Here's a look at the picks for the upcoming 7th race. I'm going to go with a 4-2-3 post-time picks matching strides. They also like 4-2-3 in here. Classifier's choice going with a 2-1-5. We're a bit 7 away here from race 7 post break coming up in just a moment.
The condition pacers for the 7th race on the track. Cataparca 1 is owned by Jeremy Hoffman, Lynn Livingstone, Jeffrey Campbell, and Kevin Teasdale. Trained by Melissa Rennie and driven by Adam Murner. 3 Trick Gainer number 2 is owned by Saul Lanigan of Montague and Jared Perot of Stratford. Trained by Saul Lanigan, today Corey McPherson. 3 is Field Orleans, owned by Kent and Andrew Williams, Lyndon Hardy, the trainer-driver Jason Hughes. 4 Best to Hurst, owned and trained by Neil Bamberg of Charlottetown, driven by Mark Campbell. 5 is Flowers on the Beach, owned by Jeff Wallace of Elmsdale, and Cecil Flowers of St. Louis, trained by Jeff Wallace, driven by Dale Spence. 3 minutes wagering time on race number 7. Back to the broadcast desk and Kurt Hughes and the race day recap presented by Metro Home Building Center.
Okay, let's take a look at that race day recap presented by Metro Home Building Center. In race 1, it was the hot hands of Corey McPherson getting a great second over steer here with the 5 Spack Jarrow. They pulled 3 wide up the backstretch, and they're going to rally to win. Fend off the late challenge from the 4 Selkirk Echo. Nice trip, 158 and 2. Spack Jarrow and McPherson win the first, and a nice triactor there. 547 paid a whopping $857.60. And in race 2, it was a power drive by McGuigan. He made front at the 3/8 with the 4 Sugar Daddy controls, and they're not going to look back after that. They're going to go right down the road and get it done in 2:01 and 2, and the 451 ticket paid $27.60. In race 3 this afternoon, it was the 4 JK's Last Chance. He's been hot lately, and he picks up his 4th win in a row for trainer-driver Kenny Arsenault. Big trip today, 155 and 4, closing quarter 28 and 1, and that 425 ticket paid $29.10. In race 4 today, it was a hard-charging Shake Me Up Hanover on the grandstand side, getting it all here late in the mile for Colin Shepard. They get it done 159 and 2, and that ticket 674 paid a nice price of $358.10. In race 5 this afternoon, it was Mark Campbell and Premier Joy going right down the road here. Nice trip, 156, closing quarter 29 flat. Pictonian I Am, a hard-charging second for Dale Spence, and that 425.78 super high 5 paid a nice ticket of $108.95.
Time to check your...
And then in race 6 this afternoon, it was the pocket sitter Stash It Away, picking up his 5th win of his sophomore campaign. A nice trip here today. Closed it out 27 and change for a mile of 156 and 3. And the 145 ticket paid $21.60. And that's a look at the first 6 here, courtesy of the race day recap presented by Metro Home Building Center.
And my apologize, Mr. Hughes. Here's today's 50-50 winning number, and the value is $286. The winning number will be H1009424. Today's 50-50 winning number for $286, H1009424. Good luck, and if you're looking for that last-minute Christmas item, you can visit the photo souvenir booth located at the south end of the grandstand. A lot of wonderful merchandise there, all related to harness racing, or maybe you want a picture of your favorite horse. And they're open today down at the south end for any last-minute Christmas shopping.
Time is running out to get a ticket here on race number 7. And here's a look at a horse I really like. This is Best to Hurst, owned by Neil Bambrick of Charlottetown. He is the trainer, and Mark Campbell going to do the driving here this afternoon. They were a winner on the front end, 2 back in 57 and 4. At the non-winners, a 21:01 last 5. They were in the same class again here today. I'm looking for Best of Hers to get it done here at 8-5. I also like the 2-3 Trick Gainer here for Corey McPherson, a winner 2 back for Jason Hughes in 59 and 1. At that 13:51 level, they jumped up to this level last week. They got away 5th from post 5, and they rallied a hard charging 2nd in 57 and 4. McPherson was in the bike on that day, in the bike again today. This guy's going to be part of the ticket too, I think, and he's a nice price at 5-2. Phil Dorleans, he's been on a tear lately. He's got 3 wins and a third in his last 4, and prior to that, he hit the board as well in the 3 starts prior to that. So he has had a real good run here in his last 8 starts. Last time out at this 21:01 level, he was 3rd in 57 and 4 in behind Hippie John and the 2-3 Trick Gainer. So Phil Dorleans quite comfortable at this level for trainer driver Jason Hughes. He's a nice price too at 3-1. This is a wide open event, as you can see on the dope board. Pretty evenly matched. Even the 5, Flowers on the Beach and Dale Spinner Spence, they got a shot as well. They were scratched last time out, but a winner prior to that from post 6 right down the road in 58. So a real good group here going to battle in the 7th as they line up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. It's post time for race 7. Over to Vance Cameron for the call.
Cataparca. 3 Trick Gainer, Phil Dorleans, Best of Hurst, Flowers on the Beach, top of the stretch. Now approaching a start. Off and pacing to a perfect beginning. Cataparca along the rail, leaving out. Second, that is 3 Trick Gainer. Third into the turn goes Phil Dorleans away 4th. That is Best of Hers. Then the trailer is Flowers on the Beach. They swing by the 8th pole, and 3 Trick Gainer gonna lead it for Corey McPherson. Second is Cataparca. Back into 3rd is Phil Dorleans. Racing from 4th, that is Best of Hers. And trailing the field, that's Flowers on the Beach. So they settle into pylon positions on past the opening quarter. 3 Trick Gainer, the leader, 28 and 4 was the quarter. Tracking along second is Cataparca. That little gap to Phil Dorleans 3rd. Best of Hurst comes out of the turn 4th with Flowers on the Beach 5th. Down the stretch they come. The half mile is next, and 3 Trick Gainer will be halfway home. Cataparca races from 2nd. Phil Dorleans continuing 3rd. 4th is Best of Hurst. Racing 5th is Flowers on the Beach. Halfway home, the time was 58 and 2. On the front end, it's 3 Trick Gainer. Second is Cataparca. Phil Dorleans first up 3rd. Following the cover the outside, 4th, Best of Hurst. The trailer, but not out of it. That is Flowers on the Beach. Halfway up the backstretch. 3/4 next. We'll have a new leader. Phil Dorleans gets his head in front. Second is 3 Trick Gainer. Cataparca 3rd. Best of Hurst to the outside, 4th. Flowers on the Beach 5th. 3/4 up in 1. 28 and 1, and 3 Trick Gainer battles back at the rail to reclaim the lead. Cataparca awaiting the passing lane. Phil Dorleans 3rd. Best of Hurst. Set that camera back up. We're gonna need it. Deep in the stretch. Here comes Cataparca to get there for Adam Murder. Phil Dorleans rallied in 2nd. 3 Trick Gainer 3rd. Time for the mile in 1:56.4.
Well, I mentioned this field was evenly matched. It was going to come down to Trip, and Adam Murner got the best one of all. He got a nice pocket ride here with the one Cataparca, following the 2-3 Trick Gainer through fractions of 28 and 4, half 58 and 2, 3/4 128 and 1. Phil Dorleans and Hughes. They're going to battle first up with 3 Trick Gainer and Cataparca with that front row seat. He's going to scoot up the pass lane here and get it done for Murner. Nice trip here, closing quarter, 28 and change for a mile of 156 and 4. Cataparca wins the 7th here with Murner.
Here comes Cataparca to the 7th race winner's circle. They pacing gelding 5 by Well Said off the Cam's Card Shark Dam. Cammie's Heart, owned by Jeremy Hoffman, Lynn Livingstone, Jeffrey Campbell, and Kevin Teasdale. Conditioned by Melissa Rennie and driven to victory by Adam Murner for a mile in 156 and 4. Cataparca in the 7th. Now the official results from the 7th. Cataparca the winner, 3 Trick Gainer 3rd. Phil Dorleans was 2nd. Best to Hearst finished 4th. Flowers on the Beach was 5th. The fractions were 28 and 4, 58 and 2, 128 and 1, and the mile 156 and 4. In review, it's 132.45. Cataparca paid $670. Exactor $21.90, Triactor $123.70, and the Superfactor was $11.42.
The Atlantic Invitational Series Road to the Premier's Cup began with the Walter Dale at EPR, with events around the Maritimes including the Governor's Plate, Lindsay Cup, Premier's Pace, and Gogwin Memorial, the Conroy at Churro, and the Reliable Motors Richard Campbell Memorial. And the Atlantic Invitational Premier's Cup final was held on Atlantic Breeders' Crown Championship Sunday, and the winner was Twin B Tough Enough for owner Pat Morris, trainer Ron Matheson, and driver Gilles Barrios. Watch for details to be announced soon on the 2023 Atlantic Invitational Series and road to the Premier's Cup. Race 8 coming up next, and there's a look at our selections for Race 8. I'm going to go with a 2-5-1. I like Zach the Men to get it done here for Campbell. I also like Jetster and Pineapple Express. We all like the 2-5-1, a little different order for post-time picks. So I'm going to go with a 5-1-2, and Classifier's Choice likes 2-1-5. Post parade for the 8th coming up next.
The afternoon's 8th race on the track for the post parade. One Pineapple Express, owned by Willie McKay of Albin, trained by Bill McKay. Corey McPherson drives. Owned by Michael McDonald of Vernon Bridge and GWR Visser Farm of Orwell, trained by Michael McDonald and driven by Mark Campbell. Number 2, Zach the Men. 3 is Dividend Day, owned by Tim Driscoll, Mitchell Rogelveen, and Robbie McMillan. Brad Smith is the trainer-driver. Philip Kelly of North Wiltshire is the owner and the trainer. Note the driver changed to Jason Hughes. 4 is George's Credit. 5 Jetster is owned and trained by Stanley Harper Jr. of Inverness, Nova Scotia. Dale Spence driving. Painted Pony 6. Jill Barrio catch drives today for owner-trainer Raymond White of Belfast. Number 7 is Wim's Drop Off, owned by Carson Wilkie of Stratford, trained by Kenneth Wilkie. And note the driver change. Kenneth Wilkie now drives. Kenneth Wilkie on 7, Wim's Drop Off. 8 is Oh to Be Me for owner Gary Chappell of Charlottetown. Trainer is Stacy Lund. And the drive goes to Adam Murner. 3 minutes wagering time on race number 8. Back to race day with Kurt Hughes.
The Atlantic Classic yearling sale would like to remind buyers who purchase yearlings at the 2022 sale that they are now available for transfer with Standardbred Canada, and it is recommended that horses be transferred within 90 days of the sale. We got a birthday shout out. I'd like to give a very special birthday shout out to Neil McKinnon from Belfast, 82 years old, from the Selkirk stable. So happy birthday to Neil McKinnon from all of us here at Red Shores and from the Selkirk stable. We hope you have a great day. Race 8 starters are on track, just 2 minutes to post, and there's a look at my top choice, the two Zach the Men, owned by Michael McDonald and GWR Visser Farm of Orwell. Mike is the trainer, and Mark Campbell going to do the driving. They were winner 3 back, 2 minutes 2/5 at that optional 5,000 claiming tag, and they were third last week, 58 and 1, same class again here today. Post 2, this guy's going to be tough to beat. Zach the Man at 6-5. Stanley Harper owns and trains the 5 Jetster, and Dale Spence gets the call here today. Dale in the bike last time out aboard the 5 Jetster, and they were 5th, 58-2, a nice mile closing quarter, 29 flat, 4th prior to that in 59 flat as well. They're going to drop down one level here. They've been racing at the 901 level, so Jetster dropping down in class here. A little class relief. So the 5 Jetster, I like him for second on my ticket. I'm going to go with a 2-5 exactor in here. 3-2 currently on the 5 Jetster. I like the one Pineapple Express to round out my triactor ticket. He's a little shy in the win column. 1 for 19 this year, 2 for 29 last year. He's 4 lifetime wins from 88 starts, but how about those second and thirds? He has 13 seconds and 12 thirds from those 88 lifetime starts. Good 4th last time out, 58 and 2. On the front end, a power drive by McPherson, 2 back from post 6. He just get collared late, finishing 3rd by a quarter length. So this guy has been on the edges in his last few starts. Pineapple Express got a good starting spot here in the 8th, 5-2 currently. The field for the 8th, lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Back over to track announcer Vance Cameron.
Pineapple Express, Zach the Man, Dividend Day, George's Credit, Jetster Painted Pony, Whims Drop Off, Oh to Be Me's on the grandstand side, full field of 8. They're up on the gate. It's the afternoon's 8th race, and it's fate time. The rough and pacing Jetster leaving out. Pineapple Express up the rail. Zach the Man into the turn. Then 4th is Dividend Day. To get away 5th, George's Credit. Up 6 is Painted Pony. Then it's Whims Drop Off 7th, followed by the trailer, Who Is Oh to Be Me. Up the backstretch they go, and driving hard on the outside. Here comes Jetster in line to Dale Spence to take over the lead. Pineapple Express now 2nd. Racing 3rd is Zach the Man. 4th up the rail, that is Dividend Day. A little gap to 5th, George's Credit is there. Painted Pony is 6th, Whims Drop Off 7th. Trailing 8th is Oh to Be Me. 29 seconds flat was the initial quarter. In straight alignment as they arrive at the 3/8, the leader is Jetster. Racing 2nd, Pineapple Express. Zach the Men. He continues 3rd with Dividend Day 4th. George's Credit now coming to the outside 5th. Painted Pony following out 6th. Then it's Whims Drop Off 7th. And Oh to Be Me going wide in 8th. 58 and 1 was the half mile. They're rounding the paddock turn, approaching the 5/8. Jetster will get him there. Pineapple Express is second. He's 2 lengths off the leader. Third on the outside is George's Credit. On the cones, fourth. That is Zach the Men. Painted Pony on the outside is fifth. On the cone, 6 is Dividend Day. Then it's Whims Drop Off, 7th. Oh, to be me is 8. They go by 3/4. Jetster maintaining the lead. 3/4 up in 1. 28-4. George's Credit now coming on to challenge with an 8 to go. Third is Pineapple Express. Zach the Men needs some room. Fourth, homeward bound they come. Jetster the leader. George's Credit on the outside has him collared deep in the stretch. Here's Zach the Men, and Campbell gets it all. George's Credit second, Jetster third in 1:58.4.
Okay, I really thought we were going to see Zach the Men and Campbell pull first up coming to the half, but a very patient steer from our leading driver, Mark Campbell. He's going to stay in and sit 3 in behind the Jetster and Pineapple Express through fractions of 29, half 58-1, 128-4. Hughes and George's Credit, they're going to grind it out first up here today. They race well here, but Campbell, you're going to see landing on the scene late. He angles out at the top of the stretch, and he's going to blow right on by them here in deep stretch and get it done here for Zach the Men's 4th win on the campaign. Nice trip here today, and I heard charging Zach the Men. He is at the wire getting it done 158-4. Zach the Men and Campbell back in the winner's circle in a moment.
Mark Campbell has his second winner this afternoon for the double, and he's en route to his 13th consecutive driving title at Charlottetown. This time, Zach the Men's got him in the 8th race winner's circle by pacing Gelding 7 by Sports Rider off the Mach 3 Dam Sweet Velocity, owned by Michael McDonald of Vernon Bridge, and GWR Visitor Farm of Orwell. Michael does the training. Mark Campbell, second winner for the double, 158-4, the time for the mile. Zach the Men in the 8th. Here's the official results now from the 8th race. Pineapple Express 4th, Zach the Men the winner. Dividend Day 5th. George's Credit was 2nd. Jetster finished 3rd. Painted Pony 6th. Whims Drop Off was 7th. Oh to Be Me finished 8th, fractions of 29, 58-1, 128-4, and the mile time 158-4. In review, it's 415. 236-78. Zach the Men paid $720. The exactor 52.80, triactor 180.20, superfecta 131.47.
Red Shores Reward Club members have a chance to win a $5,000 travel voucher leading up to the holidays. Simply insert your Rewards Club card into any slot machine to receive a ballot each day and earn a ballot for every 100 points accumulated. For full contest details, please visit Redshores.ca. Okay, feature race 9 coming up 6 minutes away from post time. There's a look at our top choices. I'm going to go with a 152. Post time picks looks a 652, and the classifier's choice is 521. Post break coming up next.
The preferred pacers for the 9th race. It's the afternoon's featured. They're on parade. Number 1 is Manterio, owned by Jennifer Doyle and Danny Bird of Vernon Bridge, trained by Jennifer Doyle. Today, Jason Hughes drives. 2 is Screen Test, owned by the Kick and Horse Stable of York, and William Andrew of Calgary, Alberta, trained by Ronnie Gass, driven by Corey McPherson. 3 is Burnout Hanover, owned by the Orwell Bay Stable of Orwell, trained by Jeff Holmes, Brady Sweet driving. 4 is Moonrider, owned by Debbie Eldman of Village Green, trained by Colin Johnson. Drive goes to Keith Ford. Number 5 is Blood Money, owned by Dr. Mitch Downey of St. John, New Brunswick. Mark Campbell now trains and drives. 6 is Navalny. Owned by Dale and Ronnie Rennie Incorporated of Elmsdale. Conditioned by Melissa Rennie and driven by Adam Murner. Down to 3 minutes wagering time on the featured 9th race. And once again, Kurt, you and I are going to come up with our selections here in the preferred. And again, we thank our friends at Results Marketing and Advertising for their presentation of the Vance Cam. In the 9th, I'm going to a horse that really surprised me last week. When Campbell put him on the chute, he never looked back, had an excellent trip on the end of it. 54-4, he closed it out 28-2. I'm looking for a repeat today. Going to go to the Blue Knight, Jason Hughes on the rail with Manterio for my second choice. He's either been 1, 2, or 3 most of the time here in this preferred class. For third, I'm going to go to the Bim Ford Catch Drive, Moon Rider. He's just a veteran horse, and he is one nice old horse, and he gives you 110% every week. I'll look for him to be a part of the triactor. If you play the Super, I'll land on last week's winner, that Screen Test. I like 5-1-4-2. Kurt, over to you and your choices.
I'm going to go with a little bit of an upset, my brother Jason, with Manterio. I think they're going to get a good stalking trip. I do think Blood Money and Campbell, they're going to be aggressive off that last trip. They're going to probably roll out of there, and I think Manterio, if he can get a nice stalking trip following Blood Money, I think he can upset in here at 7-1. Nice price right now. So I like the one on top of Blood Money for second and Screen Test, last week's upset winner, for third. So I like a 1-5-2. And before I let you go, Vance, I'd like to wish a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you and your family.
And Kurt, right back to you and your family and to all of them around the Red Shores Racetrack and Casino, both Summerside and Charlottetown, throughout the Maritimes. This is our last program before Christmas, as we're going to have a spectacular Boxing Day program. I can say that well before the draw, Kurt. Looking real forward to the Boxing Day card here in Charlottetown.
Yeah, for sure. And we're going to have Ken Warkington joining us on Boxing Day as well. So that's going to be fun to see him back in action with us here at Red Shores. And yes, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to everyone in our industry and racing fans all across the world. Everybody tuning in online, on track, everywhere. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of us here at Red Shores. Okay, this is a real competitive feature here, and the odds board is telling that Screen Test right now at even money on the rail. My top choice, Manterio at 7-2, 13-1 right now on Burnout Hanover. Moonrider, a good second for Keith Ford last week. He's 12-1, 6-5 on Blood Money, who had a big win at 54 and change last week. 6-5, he is on the board. And Navalny at 10-1 long odds, and he was a good hard charging second, 2 back, and a winner 3 back. So a good field here for our feature 9th race, and they are lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Back over to track announcer Vance Cameron.
The preferred pacers are Manterio, Screen Test, Burnout Hanover, Moonrider, Blood Money, and Navalny. Top of the stretch. Here they come. The rough end facing Manterio, the first call. Coming from the outside is Blood Money. Screen test third, one to the turn to get away fourth. As they go to the eighth pole, that is Burnout Hanover. Up fifth on the outside, Navalny's, and Moonrider will trail. Up the backstretch, they go to the opening quarter, and here comes Blood Money in line to Mark Campbell to clear the lead. Manterio left hard. He's rewarded with a two-hole ride. Screen test along the inside third. From the outside, Navalny is fourth. On the cones, fifth. That is Burnout Hanover. And trailing the field, Moonrider 28 and 2 was the opening quarter. They round the turn for the first time. The 3/8 is the next station. Blood Money clear by 2 on Manterio. Screen test along the rail. Navalny's going to be out all the way from fourth. Racing fifth is Burnout Hanover. And Moonrider sees them all at the opening half mile. The leader, that is Blood Money. Grinding away on the outside. Navalny now second. Manterio at the rail third. 57-1 for half a mile. 28-4 in the second quarter. Only 3/8 left to go. The unchallenged leader, Blood Money. Manterio is second. Navalny third. Fourth at the rail is Green Test. Burnout Hanover's out there 3 high fifth. And Moonrider trails, but the veteran pacer's not out of it. They go by 3/4. Blood Money is still there, and it's getting late. The hard closing, Manterio is second. 3/4 up in 1. 26-4. They're homeward bound in the featured. Blood Money the leader. Manterio on the outside. Screen test along the rail. Burnout Hanover way wide. Manterio is coming on late. Manterio for the Blue Knight U's in the feature. Second is Blood Money. Burnout Hanover third. 1:56-1.
Okay, so this feature went exactly how I thought. I thought Blood Money would get to the front here for Campbell and cut the fractions. I thought Jason would get a great trip sitting the two-hole with Manterio, and this guy is just a grinder, closing in on 26,000 in earnings for the season, just grinding it away every week in the top class in the overnight events. And he gets that great two-hole ride, and at the top of the stretch, I knew this guy was going to go by. He just loves to win. He knows where the wire is, and he gets it done here. Manterio, Jen Doyle did a great job with this guy all year long, and Manterio crushes here in the top class, gets it done for a nice trip. 1:56-1 over the fraction setter, Blood Money. Manterio and Hughes back in the winner's circle in a moment.
Here comes Manterio to the ninth race winner's circle. Bay Pacing gelding 6 for Sports Rider. From Rock and Roll Wishes, she by Rock and Roll Hanover, owned by Jennifer Doyle and Danny Burt of Vernon Bridge, trained by Jennifer Doyle, and the Blue Knight Jason Hughes is in the driver's seat this afternoon for the win. Time of the mile in 1:56-1. Manterio picks up his 10th win on the season.
This race replay is brought to you by Symes Horse Transport. Based in Nova Scotia and with over 20 years of experience, Chucky Symes would welcome an opportunity to transport your horses when you need them moved. Operating 2 rigs, Symes Horse Transport offers safe, feasible, and timely trucking in Canada and in the U.S. We also buy and sell horses. To book a stall and to get a quote, call or text 902-664-7086 or email sd.symes@gmail.com. Good luck racing.
Now the official results from the 9th race. Montario, the winner. Screen Test was 4th. Burnout Hanover finished 3rd. Moonrider was 5th. Blood Money 2nd. Navalny finished 6th. The fractions were 28 and 2. 57 and 1. 126 and 4. And the mile time 156 and 1. In review, it's 143, 526. Montario paid $730 to win. The exactor was $1550. The triactor $229, and the superfecta $114.56.
HBI players on PEI who play Red Shores Charlottetown and play $50 or more will get 2% cash back in their accounts, up to and including the New Year's Eve live race program. And HPI PEI players also qualify for a chance to win a $500 account bonus rebate, and you can opt in at hpibet.com. Another HPI promotion underway now on our live racing programs in December. Okay, nice win by Montario, my top choice there in the feature. We'll try and get the winner again here in our finale here at Red Shores. We're about 7 minutes away from race 10. I'm going to go with a 6-3-1 post-time picks, matching strides. They also like 6-3-1. Classifier's choice is 3-6-7. Those are our triactor plays. We also have the Super High Five coming up here in race 10, and I'll be back after the parade to give you my Super High Five ticket here in the 10th.
No one has claimed the afternoon's 50-50 draw. The value of it is $286, and the winning number H1009424. 50-50 winning number is 1009424. Tenth race on the track for the post parade. Number 1 is JK's Pilot, owned by Hardcore Racing of Belfast, trained by Jeff Holmes. Corey McPherson drives. 2 is Popularity, owned by Maddie and Liam Myers of Stratford, trained by Lenny Myers with Mark Campbell up. 3 is Blue Monk, owned by Mary Jean Noy of Clyde River, Denise Andrew of Calgary, Alberta, trained by Jay Noy. Note the driver change to Mark Bradley. Mark Bradley's on the 3, Blue Monk. 4 is Ashes to Ashes, owned by Linda Summers, Tracy Conway, and Lynn Livingstone, trained by Ron Matheson with Jill Sparrow driving. First Glance wears number 5 for owners Jennifer Doyle and Danny Bird of Vernon Bridge, trained by Jennifer Doyle, Adam Murner. Spicy P6, owned by Robbie Hughes of Stratford, trained and driven by Jason Hughes. Number 7 is Middleton Terror, owned by Kingsley Walsh, Frank Balcom, and Sam Walsh, trained by David Dowling. Mike McGuigan catch drives. 8 is Sports Royalty, owned by Beth and Wendy McCrae of Belfast. Wendy is the conditioner. Kenny Arsenault is the driver. 3 minutes wagering time in race number 10. Let's go back to Kurt with his super high five.
Okay, there's a look at my super high five ticket here in race 10. I'm going to go with a 63127. I like Spicy P to get the job done here in the drop-in class. I also like Blue Monk from Post 3 and JK's Pilot on the rail for Corey McPherson. I'm going to throw them in for third. And the 2, Poplar, Artie, and Campbell for fourth, and the 7, Middleton, Terror, and McGuigan for fifth. So I'm going to go 63127 here in race 10. Good luck with your selections. And the 2023 Breeders' Conference, presented by the PEI Standardbred Breeders Association, is February 10th and 11th, 2023 at the CDP, and you can register at peiharnessracing.ca and just click on the forums tab. Okay, down to a minute to go here before the finale here at Red Shores. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon. It's been a great day of racing. We're closing it out with a real strong field here of non-winners of 1801 last five. Taking all the money right now is the one JK's Pilot for Corey McPherson. They were a winner 4 back there, 57-3, right on the front end right now at 4-5, 99-1 right now in the 2. Poplar Artie, a great price on the 3 right now. Blue Monk and Mark Bradley. He's going to do the driving here at 9-2 currently. Ashes to Ashes at 24-1. 10-1 on First Glance. Spicy P, my top choice. Right now at 2-1. 9-1 on Middleton Terror. And Sports Royalty on the far outside with Kenny Arsenault right now at 24-1. A lot of good options here in the 10th. Nice prices if you don't want to play the 1 here. JK's Pilot still at 4-5 on the board. The field for the 10th lining up in behind the Metro Home Building Center starting gate. Let's send it back over one more time to track announcer Vance Cameron.
JK's Pilot Poplar Artie. Blue Monk Ashes to Ashes. First Glance Spicy P. Middleton Terror. Sports Royalty outside on the gate. Top of the stretch. They're approaching a start. Finale time. The rough and pacing Blue Monk is the first one out. JK's Pilot along the rail, third into the turn. That's Poplar Artie. Coming up fourth from the outside is Spicy P. Moving up fifth is Sports Royalty. Ashes to Ashes got away sixth. Then it's Middleton Terror seventh, and the early trailer is First Glance. So JK's Pilot and McPherson on the lead, clear by 3 in the early going. Blue Monk is second, racing from third. That's Poplar Artie. Spicy P is back into fourth. Look like they're rolling along here in the nightcap. Racing from fifth, that is Sports Royalty. That's a solid opener, and that's rolling 28. And 1 was the quarter mile. They're in straight alignment at the 3/8 pole. They all chase JK's Pilot and Corey McPherson. Racing from second as they move through the stretch. That's Blue Monk. Third up the rail, Poplar Artie. Spicy P fourth. There goes Sports Royalty now to the outside. Fifth on the cone, sixth is Ashes to Ashes. Outside Middleton Terror's underway seventh. Trailing the field. First Glance 57. 3 for a half a mile. They're round rounding the paddock turn for time 2. And up the 5/8, the leader, JK's Pilot by 2. Blue Monk races from second. Third on the cones is Popularity. Spicy P 4th. Sports Royalty has stalled in 5th. Racing 6 is Ashes to Ashes. Middleton Terror 3 wide 7th. First Glance trails the field. 3/4 in the books in 1:26 and 4. They go round the turn for the final time. Approaching the 7/8. It's JK's Pilot. Here's Blue Monk right alongside the leader. Popularity is third. Here's Spicy P in the outside 4th. Deep in the stretch now. JK's Pilot. Blue Monk. Popularity. JK's Pilot takes McPherson right on down the road. Second, Blue Monk. Spicy P third. 1:56.2.
Well, he was bet down at 4 to 5 early, and he remained the favorite all through before going to the gate, and he delivers for his backers here with McPherson in the bike. They use the rail to their advantage through fractions of 28 and 1, 57 and 3. They're cutting it 126 and 4, and Corey's going to take a look over his right shoulder. He's going to see Blue Monk on the outside, but JK's Pilot digs deep here, and he hangs on for the narrow victory over Blue Monk and a hard-charging Spicy P on the outside. JK's Pilot and Corey McPherson. Corey opened up the card, and he's going to shut it down here in the 10th with a win aboard JK's Pilot. Nice trip, 156 and 2.
JK's Pilot arrives at the 10th race winner's circle. Bay-facing gelding, the 4-year-old son of JK, End of an Era, is from the Ponderosa Dam, Banderosa, owned by Hardcore Racing of Belfast. Trained by Jeff Holmes, Corey McPherson picks up his second win of the afternoon. He opened it up, and he'll close it out on this Sunday. Time of the mile in 156 and 2. JK's Pilot wires the 10th. Here's the official results from the 10th race. JK's Pilot, the winner. Popularity, 4th. Blue Monk was 2nd. Ashes to Ashes, 6th. First Glance finished 5th. Spicy P, 3rd. Middleton Terror was 7th. Sports Royalty finished 8th. Fractions went 28 and 1, 57 and 3. 126 and 4. And the mile, 156 and 2. In review, 142, 653, 78. JK's pilot paid $480. The exactor was $21.50. Triactor $39.20. The Super High 5 returned $51.27. The late daily double was valued at $23.40. That's going to complete our live presentation today here at the driving park. Our next scheduled program will be a spectacular Boxing Day program, and it opens up at 12:30. Today's par mutual handle, $44,002. Ladies and gentlemen, from up top of the Charlottetown Driving Park, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a safe journey home. This is Vance Cameron.